I say, hey, what a wonderful time of day. We can learn to laugh and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street.
Hell yeah, that's cool as fuck.
It's a simple question, and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself, and then you'll fart. Hey, hello, Nicholas Worth.
Hi, guys.
Welcome in. Hello, call me Tater Tot. Hello, Tater Tot.
Hey, Tater Tot.
Tater Tot Jim. I think that was my janitor in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, let's play, buddy. I've moved up. I don't want to play disc golf anymore. I want to play real fucking golf.
Yes, sir.
Me and Robert are going to go.
Yeah, we are.
Sparky. Johnny Cooch Cash. Jessica, hello, Jessica from Australia. We're telling a tale of your motherland this evening. The Emu Wars.
Oh, yeah, dude. Great shit.
Imperial Shots. Melissa. Philly Fairy. Hello, Philly. Saul. Jim. Tater Tot. He's back. Lacey. Hathaway. Junders Plunkett. My dudes. No way.
What's
We're
up,
here,
guys?
Junders. Hip Hop Head.
Thank you guys for being here.
Hello from your mother's land.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
I thank my lucky stars to be living here today. RWC Lil Miggy 650.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on in, guys. What's up?
Everybody's welcome.
AKA her puss.
Oh, fuck.
My mom don't do that stuff. Dude. That's yucky. That's yucky.
Oh, shit.
What happened?
I don't know. Nothing. Oh. Oh. It's like a clap on, clap off.
What the fuck was that?
That was weird. Maybe this thing.
Probably.
Fucking blowing it out.
You're sort of beating the shit out of that table. You're scaring you're scaring all of our studio
Pop,
equipment.
pop, pop. Yeah, scaring the fuck out of it.
The only reason we can keep this podcast going is because we've got very little overhead. And if you start breaking the expensive stuff, we've got nowhere to run or hide, Robert.
That's very true.
Okay, I think we're ready, guys.
Yep.
No, we're not, because I don't have the recording software set up. Because I'm a huge embarrassing failure.
Hell yeah.
My mother hates me. She thinks I'm disgraceful. We're coming to you live from the Brohio Studios, a.k.a. the creamiest cream dream spot. I'm here with the corn master, Corn Cob Rob himself.
I'm here, guys. What's up? How's everybody doing?
We call him Corn Daddy.
That's right. That's
Me and
right.
him are going to film a corno together later with our... Hey, it's still there.
Hey, look at that.
It's still flopping.
It's got some good suction, brother.
Corn dildo's still back there on the Zima sign.
Still loud and proud.
People wrote me. They said, hey, that thing feel good? I said, I didn't fuck myself with it.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
Mine's sitting at my shelf at my work.
Has anybody said, hey, what's that? Or,
No.
What?
I did put it on in one of my right when my supervisor walked in, our
Put shit on
operations
it?
supervisor put it right on his desk. He was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was in the other office, just started dying laughing. It's a corn dick, buddy.
It's a corn cob rod. Yeah, we're so happy to have you along here, guys. Thanks for giving us an hour or two of your time.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Over the years, you guys have just continued to be here with us, and we love being here for you guys. Immensely thankful for all the time you give us. I know there's the podcast stratosphere. It is getting quite flooded with people that think they can produce quality content. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's a lot easier than it looks.
Yeah.
So you guys should do it yourselves too. Although there were some fellows that sent us a promo
Okay.
to play, and it sounds like they recorded it on a fucking baked potato, so I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Guys,
Can't do that. Have some respect.
with all my heart and soul, I love you, and I want your podcast to be 1 million times bigger than ours.
But
Invest $50 in a microphone. It sounds like you recorded it on a goddamn speaking spell. Send it our way. We'll play it for you. If you need equipment advice. I love talking equipment. I love recommending budget equipment to get people going. So the second you hit record, you sound like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I love giving advice. Love helping people out.
It's not too hard. Just costs a little bit of money.
You guys suck, though. That recording sucked. I'm sure your podcast is great, but...
You sound like shit.
I got nothing but love for you guys. Hey, we got 3 new Patreon subscribers. We had a free bro talk last week. If you guys want to hop over there and check it on out.
Yeah.
We have Japanese royalty in the Patreon this week. Jennifer Mitsubishi.
Oh, man.
Love your TVs. Think I even had a lawnmower one time.
It's crazy.
Jennifer, you make shitty fucking cars, though, girl. Those are not nice cars.
Those things do suck.
Jen, if that even is your name. How unfortunate is it to be named? She's definitely got an Oriental husband.
Yeah, I would think so.
Apparently, or when I see someone from Asian descent, I often refer to them as Oriental.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told that's racist.
Is it?
It's not kind.
Huh.
Oriental is like a name for a fucking salad or something, or a piece of, like a dressing you put on a salad.
Ding, 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 ding.
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't.
You learn something new every day.
Well, is that even? That's not a mean thing.
Oriental. Oh. Very Oriental.
Oh, okay.
Well, from going to a car empire to a fucking sausage empire, we got Shannon Dean. She's the fucking queen to the sausage. The fucking, what do you want to call it? The dynasty.
Jimmy Dean sausages?
Yeah, Jimmy Dean sausage.
You know, we had sausages for dinner.
She's the fucking sausage queen, brother.
Shannon Dean, Jimmy Dean, hot and spicy.
Yeah.
We had sausages for dinner, and my wife doesn't like making sausages because anytime she makes sausages, I walk around the house for about 2 hours saying sausage with a whistle.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still cooking sausages? And I'll get in her ear and be like, some sausages smell real nice. Let's heat up them sausages.
Don't fuck with them sausages, dog.
Let's got some hot and spicy sausages.
That's the dynasty I want to be a part of. Fucking slather me some fucking some of them sausages all over my face.
Shannon, I dated a girl named Shannon in middle school, and she went on to become a prostitute. How's that make you feel?
She's a sausage prostitute. You little slut.
Speaking of sausages, we got Jeff Shardy here on. It's the one brother that wasn't very good at wrestling.
It's the poop pants dynasty.
Jeff Shardy. He's like somewhere in between Matt and Jeff Hardy and Ed Hardy. This is Jeff Shardy. I about had a Jeff Shardy in my fucking jeans earlier, dog.
Oh man,
we were at the hospital all night last night.
Yeah, man.
And we were coming home. My wife's like, "What do you want for dinner?" And it's like, I don't know. It's like midnight, so there's only one real answer around here at midnight. It's Taco Bell,
of course.
She said, "What do you want?" I said, "Just give me 3 chicken soft tacos." These motherfuckers gave me 3 bean burritos.
Oh man!
And I was so hungry that I ate all 3 bean burritos.
Hell yeah, dude.
Buddy.
Yeah. You feeling shardy?
This morning, when my alarm first goes off, I do not wake up.
Yeah.
Okay? I fight the alarm every day.
Sure.
I woke up this morning and like this beast crested the water for about 5 seconds. I farted and it woke me straight the fuck up.
Oh, dude, that's bad.
They said my body was in an emergency mode.
Yeah.
It had a collision detection. It was my sensors were going off. Fucking the backup camera wouldn't let me walk backwards and shit. My entire system was locked up. And if there is any type of claim to fame, maybe I should have gotten Guinness Book or World Records involved. But 3 bean burritos is a lot.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot of bean.
I don't. That's not even real bean either, man. That's spaceman beans with water in it. But the price of coffee, dude, that's the only beans I can afford anymore.
Dude, I'm telling you. It's crazy.
Yeah, between eggs and coffee. I can't fucking afford breakfast anymore, even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I've just been fucking eating oatmeal, dog.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Them oats is cheap.
They're cheap. They got some protein. They fill you up. What's going on? We got a Florida man story. I didn't read this one. Might not be funny. An Orlando woman was arrested after attacking a man on Thursday, according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Her weapon of choice was a Pringles can.
Oh.
Once you pop, you can't stop. We need some background music for this.
Okay.
One of the vintage,
Roll it, daddy.
old Pringles commercial. We need some background music.
I remember this one.
Yeah, you do. Orange County Deputy Adams said he responded to a physical fight at the 7-Eleven gas station on International Drive in Orlando. I arrived at the 7-Eleven and eventually made contact with the victim, who's later identified by his Florida driver's license as Martin Milburn. Martin stated that the assailant, Shanika Sardahi, struck him in the eye with a Pringles chip can and took off running.
It made that noise too when it
Once
hit.
you pop, you can't stop.
Ping! Made that fucking ping.
While speaking with Martin, I observed that Martin had a significant cut on his right eyebrow and below his eye, causing him to bleed.
Oh, man.
Orange County
Oh,
fought.
shit.
We can't play this. Lars will shut us down, brother.
Yeah.
That was Fade to Black by Metallica, one of my all-time favorite songs for whatever stupid reason. Hold on a second. Let me finish the article.
Yeah, finish the article.
They treated Martin's injuries on the scene. Okay, I finished it. Oh, never mind. A 7-Eleven employee witnessed the incident and provided a sworn statement that said a male customer got hit in the head by a can of Pringles. All the guy was doing was informing me of another male customer that was lying down the side of the building. Sadar Hole was located just south of the 7-Eleven by, I think they used some dogs to locate her, but a Pringles can was found with Sadarl when she was located and arrested. She's now facing aggravated battery.
Man, they found the fucking Pringles can in question.
Stupid bitch.
Everybody knows you got to take the Pringles can with you.
I have very much love-hate relationship with Metallica.
Sure.
I think they do. I do like a lot of their music. Some of it is just like, oh my God. But back in the day, whenever the drummer,
Lars.
Whenever Lars was pissed off about Napster,
Yeah.
as people that have had content stolen, whether it be our names, our likeness, we've had people sell us t-shirts with our shit on it. It is very hurtful. That sounds so fucking gay. It hurts my feelings when Oriental people. And I looked up the definition. My brain's all over the place, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's okay.
Oriental
Oriental.
of
That was fucking hot.
God damn, baby.
Fuck, I got horny, dude.
Oriental.
Who are you? Who are you?
Oriental.
Somphony?
Oriental.
From or characteristic of Asia, especially East Asia.
Well, there you go, man. I think that's spot on then.
You know, you can't use a blanket statement, though.
Hetero.
But he had it's hurtful to work on something and put so much passion into it, so much creative, just like so much creativity. And then for someone to like steal it.
Sure.
I think he had a very valid bitch back in the day.
I do, and I don't. So, I get it. Us, we're lowly scrubs of the universe.
It doesn't matter, I don't think.
It doesn't, but here's the thing, is that I feel like...
You think he's making too much money and shouldn't cared, right?
That's some of it, yeah. And then I feel like that there's, in the long run, I see... the streaming of music I didn't really see as like I don't really think it hurt people too much in the grand scheme of things.
We don't know because we weren't really old enough to feel it as much as it could have been felt.
Sure.
But this wasn't.
But just think about when
this is different then though, because you couldn't just buy a song; you had to buy an album.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And
that's like pretty much how you made mixtapes back then too. I mean, you would just take a song, rip a song.
Mm-hmm.
But I was ripping songs and still buying CDs.
Sure.
You
We'll
know what I
never
mean?
know the bottom number, but just to have any of your stuff stolen for
But it would still suck. Yeah.
yeah,
It's just I feel like it's also the way he went about it is
bitch,
he's just a fucking crybaby.
bitch made boy.
Didn't really seem like anybody else in that band gave a shit. It was really just him.
Yeah,
And plus he sucks anyways. He's fucking garbage.
we can argue that another day.
He's fucking ass.
I do want to give a special shout out to a longtime listener of the show, Jesse Deadeyes.
Yeah.
He's coming up on a year of sobriety.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I tell you what, dude, I have not been drinking hardly at all. And I tell you, I'm not missing anything.
Man, I haven't drank in like the past hour, dude. I fucking feel it.
Yeah, it's Jesse, man, we love you. You've kind of been there with us the entire journey.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Congratulations. You deserve it. You've made moves in your life. Just a single dad that's fucking grinding, dude, and doing what's best for himself and his family. I love it. Also, Sheldon wrote us. Shelly said, "Hey guys, I just want to reach out and let you know how much your podcast has helped me through my journey of becoming a future orthodontist."
Hell yeah, dude. That's all I wanted to do is get in people's mouths.
I discovered you through Spotify on my last year of college at UCLA in 2020.
Damn.
And continuing on in me graduating dental school as well, your episodes helped me study and cheer me up when I was crying and stressing because I had 5 hours to remember 483 slides and case analyses.
Ugh.
I've gotten some lower scores than I hoped for, like an 80 instead of 100, which is maybe because I lost most of my brain cells listening to you fucking idiots.
Checks out.
But all in all, I did graduate dental school with honors
Hell
last
yeah.
year because you kept me motivated to study, believe it or not, and not so much credit goes to you for modeling my future.
It's like, I don't want to grow up to be like these guys.
I couldn't thank you enough. Shelly, baby, Sheldon,
Appreciate it. That's awesome.
I will let you come in my mouth anytime because that's what a dentist does.
I've heard gum's really good for your teeth. Is that true?
I call my wife.
That's correct. Bad for your breath, good for your teeth.
Baby girl. Speaking of bad for your teeth, here's a quick break for all of our toothpaste, toothbrush, little water, not too much, toothbrushers. Okay.
Okay.
You don't watch Doc McStuffins. That's
I don't know what the fuck that was. I thought it was a little bit of a seizure.
toothbrush, toothpaste, a little water, not too much. You gotta brush them. You gotta brush them. It's Doc McStuffins. It's Disney,
Okay.
dude. I got so many freaking girls in this house.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know whether to shit or go blind.
Yeah. I think I'd probably shit.
Oh, shit. I just got done shitting right before I came down here.
Yeah, I don't want you to go blind.
And
Yeah,
I,
that would be
dude, like
fun.
50 times over the past 2 weeks, I've meant to text you this question.
Uh-huh.
You ever spit on the toilet paper if you're in a position where you don't have wet wipes?
Yeah, I've done it before.
It makes me feel so fucking erotic when I do that, dude.
I've done it before, brother. There's times like if I'm in like a dude, this is so embarrassing. Depending on if I know what the bathroom setup is, and depending on if I know what type of fucking if it's a hand dryer or if it's towels, and a lot of times it's the fucking super hard, stiff, like brown paper towels.
Yeah, you like them stiff brown ones, don't you?
Dude, I'll wait till nobody's in that bathroom. I will waddle my ass out. I'll get a paper towel wet, put some soap on it, and waddle back into the stall. And
Soap?
yeah, man, I gotta wash my ass sometimes.
You'll take a bath in there?
Hell yeah, dude. I'll take me a little bird bath.
God damn, dude.
If I blow it up, man, it's because here's my reasoning for that. Water won't suffice because that paper towel's brown. I can't check my progress.
There you go.
if I get a little bit of dab of
check your
soap,
bars.
if I get check my oil, if I get a little bit of soap and some water, maybe I'll grab an extra paper towel to dry off with.
What kind of third world countries are you pooping in, man?
Sometimes, yeah, if I don't have wipes with me, I gotta improvise.
Dude, I'll wad one up and I'll spin it and wipe my. And as soon as it touches me, I'm.
Maybe if I got a little bit of that cotton mouth, you know,
Yeah.
a little bit of fucking devil tongue.
If I spit a loogie, I'll come. Like if I
Just fucking loogie just stuck to your
make my
butt.
butthole slimy.
Oh, dude. It's a big green one just hanging there. Big old fucking yolky.
People are turning us off.
Big fucking yolky loogie
Big
hanging.
old fucking Rice Krispie. Those will cut you.
Oh, dude.
Careful for those.
Man.
All right. Well, we're going to Hell is where we're going.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
That's where we're going, and we're happy to be there because we're gonna be with all of you listening to this show.
By the time you guys get there, we'll already be in charge. It's already good.
We'll
welcome you with open arms and spread butt
fuck Satan. Yeah, I'm an exclusive wet wiper now, I would say.
Yeah, man, you have to be
pretty exclusive. Although I'll do there's kids right outside my window. It's just like the good old days.
Yeah, I know, man. Isn't it nice? We're able to do that now.
Yeah. So if I use 2 or 3 wet wipes and it's still brown, then I'll switch to toilet paper.
Oh, really?
Just to shock my system.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Australia, born and raised on a playground is where I spend most. I wasn't a big fan of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Not me either.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Too many Oriental people in there.
That was one of those shows I wouldn't have been able to watch in my house.
Your fucking dad was the Grand Dragon, wasn't he?
Yeah, I would have been able to watch
Get
it.
this fucking shit off my teeth. Yeah. Western Australia in the early 1930s. This is a really fun story, guys.
No.
No. Are you familiar with this story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is one I actually know about.
Good. The Great War, or World War I, as we'll call it. And Australia's got thousands of returning soldiers, the World War I veterans. And these guys, they'd survived bullets. They'd survived gas. They've survived trench fucking warfare. You wanna go on a journey. Read up on some of the atrocities from World War I. You think you got it bad beating off the Cinemax when you were a kid. These fellas,
dude,
they were going through it, man.
I didn't even know people lived in Australia during World War I.
I didn't think people started living there till a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It kind of blew up on TikTok and shit.
Right.
These dudes, they're battered. They're physically and emotionally wrecked, mentally scarred. And they are staring at a country who has no idea what to do with them coming home from war. There's no jobs. The economy, we're coming up on the Great Depression at this point. The economy at that time was nil. People were, them fucking boogers we're putting on toilet paper to wipe our butts with?
Yeah.
They were eating them boogers. They were feeding a family of 7 with them boogers back when all this stuff was going on, dude.
1 grain of rice per person.
1 burger for you. 2 burgers for you. Yeah, the government, they said, okay, we got to take care of these guys. They step in and they enact something called the Soldier Settlement Scheme.
Okay.
Take these vets, give them some land, and turn them into farmers, even though
all right,
a lot of them didn't really have any experience with farming whatsoever.
Grow some shit.
Yeah. But at the time, it was a lifeline for these men. Much of this occurs in the Campion district. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's like champion, but it's missing the H.
Yeah, so they're not really the champions.
Campion,
They're just
no, it's like second place.
Yeah, it's like the autistic champion.
For sure.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. They were handed plots of land in the harsh Australian outback to grow wheat. And I tell you, anytime I go to Outback Steakhouse, I'm never like, hey, let me get some wheat.
Yeah, it's not my picking either.
And every time we meet somebody from Australia through this podcast, we're like, have you ever heard of Foster's?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Australian for beer. And
it's not.
No, they don't even drink it there.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Have you ever had Labatt Blue?
I don't think so.
Canadian beer?
Yeah, that sounds like ass too.
I don't know. I've never had it.
It's like PBR.
Probably. It looks like it.
Yeah.
My dad used to get really fucking drunk and finger me when he was drinking Red Dog.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of Red Dog before too.
Red Dog. I see him crack a top on a Red Dog. Dude,
Yeah.
I knew I was getting fingered.
Red Stripe. That's a really cool bottle.
I drank that for a while just because I like the bottle.
It's a little stubby guy.
Not good.
Yeah, really?
Not good.
Is it skunky? It looks like it'd be skunky.
Yeah, I'd say it's skunky. There's another one. Newcastle, maybe?
Yeah.
I like the bottles on those.
Yeah, that's like orange and blue and red and shit.
Yeah, I drank those. Not good.
Yeah,
and then last ditch effort, I decided that I liked the High Life bottles.
Sure.
And the first second a fucking Miller High Life touched my lips, I knew that was the beer for me for the rest of my life. So if we're ever in a social setting and you say, "Oh my God, it's Nicolicious from he's the fat one from the podcast." Miller High Life. Just the champagne of beers, my friend.
Sure. I get it. I'm not a domestic person, but I that's a good one. I like Coors. Any Coors. I had some banquets today. Those are pretty fucking good.
The only kind of domestic I like is violence, so get out of my fucking face.
Mom. Dad. I'll fucking drop you, bitch.
Bert. Jeez. Okay. These guys, they are not farmers by trade. They went straight from high school to firing a weapon in a fucking world war. They are infantrymen, artillerymen, trained to fight and kill, not plow fields and plant, so whatever you do with wheat. The land, though, we're going to go touch back on this. The land was unforgiving. Dry, rocky, sparse rain, scorching heat, you name it. They were not setting these guys up for full fucking sound and audio to get this thing off the ground.
Yeah, not optimal.
These guys, they arrive with their families. They've got no money in the bank. All they have is the promise from the government: grow some wheat, sell it, build a life. But the scheme is what we're calling it. It was a plan from the government. It was called a scheme. It was underfunded. There was little to no training. There was no machinery. All these guys had were shovels and hope. That's legit all they had.
What if they told them to grow weed, and then they just got confused because I think they're a little slow down there
in Australia?
Yeah, their brains are upside down, right?
They're all inbred, yeah. Except for the pretty ones, I honestly, we've said a lot of mean things over the years on this podcast.
Right.
I have a really, really hard time saying anything mean about anything. All the women are beautiful.
Oh my God.
And all the guys are just
cool as
so
fuck.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm having a really, usually
it's
knock on people.
It's one of those things that if it's like every person that I ever see or anything I hear about there, it makes me really insecure about myself.
Yeah.
So I have to,
make fun of it.
Yeah, I have to do something to
make it seem like it's not the coolest thing in the entire world.
To knock them down a few pegs. Yeah, right.
Yeah. God, dude.
Yeah, beautiful women, beautiful dudes, beautiful fucking scenery.
Male, female, I fall in love with all of them as soon as I hear their voice.
All the kangaroos you could ever want to fuck.
Yeah, there was a truck driver that was always on our Zoom calls for a while.
Yeah,
he's a truck driver. He's got shit on his back and stuff. He's not a good wiper. Probably smokes and stuff.
Yeah,
just
has to sit on a donut because he's got hemorrhoids.
And I loved him. I loved him.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what we'll get off those Zoom calls and we're like, God damn, man,
they're perfect.
Yeah, that person could be a 6, but they're a fucking 23 because they're from Australia. Yeah. It's wild. Shit happens.
Yeah. So these guys, they're starting from scratch in a place that did not want them. Campion did not want all of these guys moving in. By 1932, though, everybody in the world is barely hanging on by a thread, right? Mm-hmm. The Great Depression is hitting harder than it had ever hit. Wheat prices, they are in the shitter. They completely plummeted. Debts were mile high. And every harvest was a gamble, essentially, because it's Australia. It can go, it's a desert. It's the outback. It might not rain for a really long time. These guys, they got a little bit of a curveball, though.
Boy, did they.
They got
a curve.
They got a curveball.
They got hit with the curveball.
But first, we'll go back with a little more detail. In 1918, the war ends. In Australia, they had a problem. They had 250,000 returning soldiers, many unfit for city work after years in the mud. The government, they were worried. There was unemployed veterans. Creates a lot of national unrest.
Sure.
and they did this soldier settlement scheme. This was launched in the 1920s, promising land to thousands of these 250,000 returning veterans, these guys returning from war. Western Australia's wheat belt, including Campion, it got carved up and distributed to all these guys returning home from war. There were thousands upon thousands of, hundreds of thousands of acre plots handed out to men who had never even picked up a pitchfork in their entire life.
Wow.
And like we said before, Campion, it's remote. It's miles from towns, miles from rail lines, spotty water. The soil was thin. It was prone to erosion. The summer heats topped 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter rains were completely unpredictable. A lot of these veterans were still suffering from extreme PTSD, shell shock nightmares. Yeah. These guys, they arrive with their wives, their kids, and a few tools, and they get to work. They start clearing scrub, building shacks. They're planting wheat by hand. Okay. This does not sound conducive for a very happy lifestyle.
Dude, it's way the fuck down there.
Yeah, it is.
I'm looking here at the map of fucking Australia right now. And
I'm from Campion.
Yeah, it's southwest.
I'm from Campion.
I didn't even know that fucking place existed.
Campion.
Like Compton? Yeah. What if it is the hood? That's like the only place you can find like the 3 black people that live in Australia is in
Oriental people.
Fucking Camp Town.
By 1930, these guys are struggling, to say the least. All the government gave them were wheat seeds and cash. But that was the thing. The cash the government gave them, these guys had to pay it back. And there was no buffer for failure whatsoever. There was no outlet for failure.
Dude, there's some fucking weird-ass city names, and they all sound Australian.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
Bogan.
It's fucking Bremer Bay. Where's one?
That's one of my favorite pastas at Outback.
This one's called Yao-goo.
I got some Yao-goo for you.
It's the fucking Yao-goo.
We put... Yeah, I'm still on The Sopranos. I'm wrapping up season 2 right now.
Yeah.
There's 13 episodes in a season.
Dongara. I got one of those.
I think I just put some in the toilet earlier. But so The Sopranos, though?
Yeah.
I've never fallen so deeply in love with a character as I am with Tony Soprano.
Really?
Right now. Just pure magic. He's such a fucking lovable maniac.
I've never watched it, but dude. I know how it ends.
I don't know how it ends, and that's why it's so cool watching this, because it's so far removed from the mainstream that there's not memes and all this shit. I know people don't like the ending and it fades to black and plays a Journey song. That's all I know, and I don't know the context or what it means, but I can't wait to get there. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the character development. Paulie Walnuts is one of my favorite characters I've ever encountered on television.
Like I said, I've never watched it. I can. If you don't get it, I know enough to where I can tell you why. Okay. But I'm sure you'll catch it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
and Breaking Bad was my favorite.
Sure,
and I was not completely content at the end of that either.
I loved it. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I liked it, but I wasn't like there was no official closure in there for me. It felt like
sure. I felt like there was no other way that it could have ended or it needed to end in a different way. I felt like it was good. It was good for me. Yeah. Besides the Jesse thing, that was the only thing that I wondered about.
Yep, and they wrapped that up essentially.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a good show, man. Especially now that like anything that's movies is essentially going to TV because you can do so much more throughout a series, that you can't do in a 2 to 3 hour long movie.
You can weave a much more intricate plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to finishing up The Sopranos. I got a long way to go.
Hell yeah.
And thanks to everybody that wrote and gave me ideas and recommendations for Clearwater, things to do. Mm-hmm. I am going to Clearwater in a couple weeks. If you guys got any recommendations on things I should do, places I should eat, let me know. A lot of emails cited the fact that it is the head of science. It's like the epicenter of headquarters of Scientology.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see Tom Cruise and that
That's where
tooth right in the middle of his mouth.
That's where the church is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I might have to go get my picture there.
If you don't go there and take your picture, I'll be mad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go check that out.
Get me a book.
I'm gonna flick them off. I'm not gonna flip. I'm not
Flick 'em.
gonna flip them off. I'm gonna flick them off.
I love when people say that. That shit makes me happy. Oh, I love that.
The kids, like, my kids won't cuss. They won't flip off. They won't do bad stuff, dude.
That's all my kids do.
I know. And sometimes I'm like, what the freaking heck, dude? And Stacy will be like, what's wrong? I'll be like, it only just flicked me off. And my wife just immediately takes their side. Oh, good, you probably deserved it. You know, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always like, oh, she flicked me off. Man, like when we were kids, we thought like even say flip off was a bad word.
Shit, I was doing way worse stuff than that.
Yeah, dude, I was humping my mattress and shit all the time.
Dude. Yeah, man.
Plowing it.
That shit felt good.
It did.
Now, I mean, I can't even, it takes me at least 10 minutes to get off doing it that way.
Yeah, I gotta start a pot of coffee if I'm even thinking about getting an erection, dude.
You gotta take your fucking Ovaltine. You get you a big old frothy glass of Ovaltine.
Yeah, man.
That shit fucks.
It is. Rich chocolatey Ovaltine is delicious.
Some fucking Metamucil.
No. No.
He took offense to that one. We're getting there, man. It's right around the corner. Prostate exams and Metamucil. We're almost there.
I know, man. I can't wait to have someone put their finger in my ass.
Dude, I hope I come.
Oh!
I want to be so awkward. And maybe poop a little after.
Turn around, it's me.
You're not a doctor?
You're like, Dad, I didn't feel like a finger. That felt like your wiener. That was gay.
Oh, shit.
By 1930, these dudes are struggling more than words can ever describe. Wheat yields, which is their main and only source of income, are 10 to 15 bushels per acre if they're lucky. Half of what they need to even break even. The prices crashed from 5 shillings a bushel.
This is so old. What the fuck's a shilling? What's a shilling worth?
It's about 5 schlichtels.
This is like American measurements. Like, oh, you got 5 shillings a bushel. What the fuck is it?
Hey, mate.
5 dingoes to a wallaby.
Yeah. Price of wheat went down to 4 shillings. Oh, God. So, it crashed from 5 shillings a bushel in the 20s to under 2 schlichters by 1932.
I mean, that could be a lot.
Fuck if I know.
What's the word?
What does a shilling even look like?
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's look it up, dude. We got to figure this out together. Shilling.
It's just a hand-drawn picture of a man named fucking Jacob Schilling.
The shilling was a former monetary unit in coin worth 12 pence, or 1/20th of a pound used in UK, Australia, New Zealand.
A pound of money sounds like a lot to me.
Oh, dude, I want a shilling now.
Oh, dude, that's fucking cool.
We can get a shilling.
1884. Damn, dog.
Can I buy a shilling on eBay? How much can I can get a shilling for 99 cents.
Dude, look at that second one.
That came out of someone's ass, man.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
How much is a...
They're cheap.
Yeah, how much is a schlichter worth?
Schlichter.
We can get one.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, the price of wheat, it's absolutely crashed. Families, they are left to ration food. Kids are going barefooted. They are one drought from ruin. And then when these people think that things can't get much worse.
It always can.
It always can. And that's
when
one of the most destructive forces of nature imaginable arrives in Campion. Something so deadly and terrifying that it had the possibility of completely wiping out their crop, leaving them homeless, moneyless, shelterless, and foodless. The fucking emus arrived.
Who brought them there?
Someone careless.
Yeah, what kind of Australian god brought the fucking emus there?
The goddamn dinosaurs what brought them there.
That's true, yeah. He's a fucking retard pterodactyl.
Can't say that word anymore.
No, you could say whatever you want.
Yeah, you're right. Emu sounds. What does an emu sound like? We're going to find out together.
I'm a fucking emu.
Hold on.
Hey,
That wasn't a real emu. That was Robert Dog.
flap, flap, motherfucker, give me your crops. Dude, he's farting. They just fart.
They just growl. Why is it our thing on this podcast that anytime we find an animal, we talk about an animal we've never been in contact with, we immediately look up the sounds of that fucking thing.
You have to know. You have to know.
I do feel like you got to know.
What if it could repeat shit like a fucking crow or a parrot?
I want a crow so bad.
Dude, they're so fucking smart.
Yeah.
And they're like extremely vocal.
Not like these emus.
No, those things just fart and act stupid.
Well,
I'm sure they're smart.
I'm going to tell you all about this.
Okay, let's get into it.
The farmer's breaking point, well, it comes in 1932. After years of back-breaking work, they've got fields, patchy, but nonetheless, their wheat fields are starting to grow.
Good.
It's their shot at finally paying off their debts that they owe the government, feeding their families, and providing and proving that the scheme was not a lie. But more importantly, they were finally reaching a point where they were not living in utter poverty. They were going to be able to take care of their families. They were going to be able to eat, to put clothes on their children's back, to put shoes on their kids' feet.
Mm-hmm.
But emus.
Dude, so this makes me think of this. There's this TikToker that I watch a lot. He goes and his big thing is he's trying to find this 20-foot long anaconda, boa constrictor, one of the, I don't know, it's some snake he wants to find that's 20-foot. Boa, maybe. But
python.
Python, yeah, python. So he's going through and like he shows all the other things he's finding, like, oh, I got this, he'll fucking grab up a lizard.
I've seen him.
I found this, and he'll fucking go and he'll like touch a alligator on the nose and like pet it, and he'll like, I booped this little man. Well, he fucking did this the other day, and there was a fucking emu. I'm pretty sure it was an emu, and he fucking grabbed it by around its throat. And just seeing his whole fucking hand grab this emu by the throat. Boy, I started fucking dying laughing because I wasn't expecting. He's like all nice, like a fucking little crocodile. He goes boop, boops it on its little nose. He'll fucking like pick up a big old frog and just listen to it scream, and he fucking chokes the shit out of this emu. I'm like, God damn, dude.
You got to, man.
I know. That thing was so taken aback. It was like, what the fuck?
No, it didn't. I promise it didn't think that.
Mean as fuck.
We're going to talk about how stupid these things are.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
But emus were native birds. They are between 5 and 6 feet tall and weigh between 80 to 100 pounds. They started migrating inland after breeding season near the coast. Emus are walking proof that nature does not need brains to win. These birds are fucking idiots. Their heads are mostly skull, with the brain the size of a walnut, about 25 grams, just rattling around in their head.
Am I an emu?
Welcome to the Emu Podcast.
This is the Emu Podcast.
Compare that to their 100-pound bodies. Less than 0.05% of their weight is thinking power. They have no frontal lobe worth a damn. So planning, reasoning, or, hey, maybe don't run into that fucking fence is not happening. They've got legs like pistons that can literally tear your guts open and leave you to just lay there and die. They're known to stare at walls like they're going to move. They're known to eat rocks because they look tasty. These creatures have zero survival instinct beyond run and eat.
So fucking cool. I all of a sudden like emus, man.
I don't want it. They're They're nasty. They're hateful. They're stupid.
Oh fuck!
Like a dog. Like even a dumb dog will walk up like, hey,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
rub my hand.
it's funny that emus and fucking koalas are from the same continent, and they're both dumber than a bag of fucking dicks.
Yeah, but emus, just think about it. They are essentially zombies. They're living, breathing, brainless creatures.
And you can tell by their eyes, like they have dead eyes, like that they have no. There's no fucking emotion behind those eyes.
And they're IQ, I guess, intelligence wise, they're dumber than chickens.
I saw that guy strangle that motherfucker. And it didn't even.
They don't know.
Didn't even bat an eye. It didn't make a noise.
They don't know. They're stupid.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
So the emus, they were drawn in by all the wheat and water. 20,000 emus descended upon Campion.
Oh fuck!
And they are not gentle. They got strong legs that trample the crop. The beaks rip up all the grain, and they plow through wire fences like it's paper, like it's wet paper.
Lacey in our chat said, I had emus growing up. Can confirm. Dumb and mean. So there we go. You heard it first.
They and they aren't just random pets. Emus can run 30 miles an hour. They live off sparse food, and they completely shrug off harsh conditions. They don't give a fuck. Emus don't give a fuck.
They're fucking resilient.
To the farmers, they're an absolute nightmare. 20,000 unstoppable mouths eating their children's food, their children's clothing.
God, it's so sad.
All of their hard work that they've put forth since coming home from the war is all wiped away.
They're starting to see the fruits of their labor planting in a fucking continent that has no reason to have food growing there.
A single emu can ruin an acre of crops in a single day.
Oh my God.
Multiply that by 20,000.
That sucks. Those
So
poor
essentially, they're losing 20,000 acres of crop per day at a maximum. The vets, they don't have much ammo because they're dirt poor. They have no ammo to spare, no money for repairs. They just have to helplessly watch as years of hard work is undone right in front of their very eyes by 20,000 fucking 6-foot tall birds that have brains the size of a cashew nut.
Yeah.
So desperation, they turned to the government. Letters flood Sir George Pierce, who was the Minister of Defense. One of the letters said, "The emus are destroying us. Send help." The emus are destroying us. Send help.
You fucking cunt.
Please send help.
Dude, that's fucking sucks.
If you say raise up lights, that's how you say razor blades in Australia. You read that before?
Yeah.
I got a pocket full of razor lights.
No.
I got a pocket full of razor lights.
Oh, shit.
There's emus. Tsunami. I've got some bad news. That's Bad Barrett or whatever his name is from WWE. I don't even know if he's Australian, but I think he's English.
Who knows? It's all the same.
I've got some bad news. So, Minister Pierce, a politician with a military streak, he sees this as a chance to act. He immediately greenlights an operation, not pest control, but war. He wages war. These guys were bored. This is what this was. These guys are bored, and they had the resources available. So go kill the fucking emus. November 2nd, 1932, the Emu War begins. Major G.P.W. Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery arrives in Campion with 2 soldiers, Sergeant S. McMurray.
This is a hell of a war, dude.
And Gunner J. O'Halloran. And they bring 2 Lewis machine guns, light automatic weapons from World War I, firing 500 rounds a minute and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. You do the math on that, Robert. They've got 10,000 rounds and 20,000 emus.
Half a bullet per fucking emu. Throw it just through and through and kills 2 in one.
Well, here's the thing is you're going to learn about these fucking emus. The goal was kill enough emus to save the crops. The farmers, they were exhausted. They were skeptical. And these guys who had literally fought for their lives in World War I watch as this new generation of military men roll in, and they're probably thinking to themselves, there's no way these guys are going to. I know, they're probably thinking like, oh, okay, they got a machine gun, 10,000 rounds. They're going to kill all these fucking emus.
Yeah, sure. That's what
Hopefully.
they're thinking. Right.
The first encounter between the military men and the emus near Campion, scouts, well, they spotted 50 emus grazing in a field. Meredith's team sets up, guns mounted, soldiers ready. They open fire on the emus. Short bursts echo across the plains. Feathers fly in the air. Maybe 12 to 15 emus fall and hit the ground.
Okay.
But the rest scatter. Fast, erratic. They're dodging bullets with instinct.
Like fucking Neo in the Matrix.
These birds, they're running at speeds of 30 plus miles per hour. They're gone before the guns can even adjust. Day 1 ends with most of the 50 emus they located still alive, eating crops,
Still pissed off.
inflicting absolute horror upon these farmers. They had mounted machine guns,
Couldn't fucking take him out.
and they killed 12 of these fucking birds.
Okay.
The farmers, hoping for a massacre, see the truth. Emus are a lot tougher than they look, or dumber. So the bullets were grazing the birds. They would hit the bullets would hit the birds. The feathers would fly all over, and these birds would just keep running. Meredith noted in his notes, he was the military guy. He noted in his notes that the birds' speed and their resilience say that early signs say that this will not be easy.
These fuckers have every advantage in the world. They're like, oh, you want to fucking lose to these birds?
They lived through trench warfare.
To be destroyed by some fucking birds.
The dumbest of all
Oh,
creatures,
man.
also.
This is great. I love it.
November 4th. So this is, 2 days after they initially opened fire on these emus.
Right.
There was a second attempt. Farmers reported 1,000 emus near a dam. So at this point, this isn't 12 to 15. I'm sorry, this isn't 50. This is 1,000 emus altogether. The farmers help herd the birds toward the guns, corralling them with noises and various movements. The military team fires on the 1,000, the pack of one. What's a pack of emus? I don't even.
Emos.
Emos. 1,000 emos.
Emus.
Cost an eye. The military, man, they open longer bursts this time, aiming for density, aiming for large groups of birds.
Right.
Maybe 20 to 30 emus drop from this outburst of fire.
Okay.
The rest break away. They take off running, splitting into smaller groups and sprinting away. The Lewis machine gun jams mid-fight. Dust and heat had clogged the barrels on the gun. Only a literal sliver of a fraction of the birds from the group of 1,000 were hit, wounded, and died. The emus, they started to adapt to these guys that were after them with machine guns. You smooth brain walnut thinking bastards.
Yeah, they put their one fucking brain cell together.
And they started to make it harder for these guys to kill them. They started moving in scattered packs, which is harder to target, almost like they were like displaying tactical maneuvering. It was kind of unheard of for these birds. So soldiers, they tried a new plan. They mounted a gun on a truck, and they were chasing the birds all over the Australian outback.
Sure.
Mowing them down, right?
Yeah.
Not so fast, buddy. The terrain's rough. It's awful. there's rocks, there's ruts, there's uneven ground. The truck was bouncing entirely too much. The gunner could not get a laser on these fucking birds, dude.
Sure.
Couldn't get a beat on them.
Yeah.
They fire on the move, and they hit nothing.
Oh, my God. That sucks.
One soldier nearly falls off the truck.
He almost had a casualty.
And all of the emus outran the truck with the machine gun mounted on it.
Dude, that's so embarrassing. That's fucking great. Oh, dude, that's so funny.
By November 8th, a full week of killing emus, they've used 2,500 rounds, a quarter of their 10,000 rounds. Estimates say that at this point they had killed between 50 and 200 emus of the 20,000 population.
He's one of our allies, dude. Jesus.
Fucking Hitler knew it, like, yeah, Hitler's like, yeah, how hard can this be? They lost a pack of emus. I mean, rat poison, dude.
Right.
I guess that would have fucked the crop up. Yeah.
That's true.
By November 8th, they've killed around 50 to 200 emus. The counts varied, but it is a very, very dismal return. The Minister of Defense, he ordered a retreat. So Meredith and his men, they pull out. And at this point, the farmers' fields are still overrun with 19,800 emus left, give or take a few.
Good job, guys. Way to get an F-.
Killed
Fucking 15 emus.
So dumb, man.
Dude, this is fucking great, man.
So the farmers, they wouldn't quit. They pled for another round. They sent another note that said, the emus are still here. Do more. November 13th, about a week later, Meredith returns with the same gear. Over a month of hunting these emus. He reports that he kills between 300 and 500, plus wounded. There were some other ones they wounded that probably died some time later. By December 10th, a whole fucking month, all 10,000 rounds are spent, and only 1,000 emus have been killed.
Dude, that's crazy.
They did successfully run one emu over. So there was one emu that was killed by a truck tire and not killed by a... He got ran over fucking Fortnite style, dude.
Dude, that's so funny. Oh, man. Oh, Australia.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
Crushed under a truck wheel. That's all right. Nonetheless, still, you got 19,000 emus roaming free, devastating what's left of the wheat, destroying their lives, killing their kids, man. The newspapers, well, they started to catch wind of all the... fucking tomfoolery going on here. And they had some headlines that read, military fails against emus and birds beat bullets.
That's embarrassing.
The defense minister, Pierce, he earned the nickname Minister for the Emu War. And that would go on to stick with him through the end of his career.
Oh, shit.
In Parliament, critics mock the effort. One suggests medals for the emus.
Dude, you imagine you fucking look out your window, your crops are getting eaten, and the fucking emus have medals around their necks. Like, oh, that's one of them bastards.
Fucking Purple Hearts and shit.
He took out me uncle. Meaning shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, dude. Australia, you guys rule.
Dude,
Oh, shit.
this is scary.
This is fucking terrifying.
This is scary. If I went outside and there's like 20,000 emus, I would go inside and kill myself.
I don't think they're allowed to have guns there, are they?
I don't think so, no.
You live in the most dangerous
Scary
fucking country or continent in the entire fucking world, probably, with the most things that want to kill you.
Sure,
And
yeah.
you're fucking fighting off emus with machetes and shit.
I see him catching those camel spiders with fucking Ziploc baggies and shit.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, it's not fair. Got the presidential beak of honor for...
Fucking giving birds medals and shit.
Sounds like some Call of Duty shit.
It's wild, man. Oh, shit.
Well, the farmers, they were fed up. They demand bounties instead. Later, at this point, they were paying locals to shoot they'd proved that it paid. They got a lot more done if they paid the locals to shoot the emus for them.
Yeah.
And by the 1940s, most of the emu population in this area had been cleared out because of the residents and not the military. They had gone in and waged official war with, all-terrain vehicles, machine gun mounted fucking soldiers.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it done until they paid the people of the area. They put bounties on the birds.
It's just fucking 10,000 wanted posters inside your local police station.
They all look different.
One's got an eye patch.
Got a fucking teardrop tattoo.
One's got a bandana on. Dude, that's some shit right there, man.
Yeah, I don't even know, man. It's
What
like
a time to be alive.
shake your tail feather.
I love it. This is great.
The scientists went on to explain why the emus won. They've got thick feathers that absorb bullets.
Jesus Christ.
Their vital organs are so small and their speeds of how quickly they move are so high that it's almost impossible to mortally wound a fucking emu with a gun.
Sure.
You got to be out there like a pirate with cannonballs and shit.
Dude, that'd be cool as fuck.
They'd have been more well equipped with samurai swords.
Yeah. Yeah.
How would you just like to run through a field with a samurai sword and just kill emus? You think you could do it?
That's too American for them.
I love that, dude.
Yeah.
I would just. Samurai swords are Japanese, right?
Yeah, but that's something an American would do.
Joe Burrow gave all of his offensive linemen samurai swords
That's
from.
fucking cool.
You know that?
No, I don't think I did.
So, in the NFL, every year, the quarterback, if you got a good quarterback, he usually buys his offensive line
Yeah.
special gifts. Typically, it's vacations, Rolexes, expensive Gucci bags,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you're the money bags of the team.
Joe Burrow has like somebody on his staff that traveled the world and got all of these genuine samurai swords with like war stories behind them. These swords that had been used in battle, and he presented all of his offensive linemen with these samurai swords that he had acquired from all over the world.
That's so fucking
And they
cool.
all had like backstories, been used in war, had blood on them and shit from where they...
Dude, that's a gift right there.
That is
man.
a gift.
That's a gift.
But those are one of those things you're just like, no, we've been drinking all night, but I want to show you guys what Joe Burrow got me.
Right, yeah.
A sword.
This one's seen battle.
This is the one they used to kill the Ninja Turtles with.
Oh, shit.
You ever seen Ninja Turtles 3? That was a bad one. That was a bad one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awful.
Where they went to Japan?
Yeah.
That was pretty bad.
You can see the fucking actor's teeth through the
Yeah, it's scary.
through the mask.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so scientists say, they got their organs are too small, they're too fast, you can't kill these fucking things.
Oh, shit.
The military guy, Meredith, his reports confirm unless you hit the brain or the heart, these things did not stop running. These veterans, they survived war, some of the most difficult times that any man has ever gone through in the history of all mankind. But their lives were essentially ruined by a 6-foot-tall bird.
It sucks so bad,
It
man.
does suck really bad. Years of clearing land, planting wheat by hand, fighting drought, all for wheat that barely paid. The emus were the breaking point. Crops gone, debts unpaid, families on the edge. By 1932's end, many abandoned their plots, defeated. The whole entire scheme for the veterans, it was a complete bust. Half the settlers nationwide walk away by the decade's end.
Wow.
Numbers tell it 20,000 emus versus 10,000 rounds, maybe 1,000 emus killed.
Ah, jeez.
The first day, like we talked about, 12 out of 15 out of 50 is about a 25 to 30% hit rate. 70% escaped that day.
So
We're reading their video game stats right now.
the KD.
The truck chase, 0 kills, just wasted gas.
It's petrol.
The emus did not fight back. They just ate and ran. And they simply won by just existing.
Just their fucking...
They could not be exterminated.
Their evolutionary traits.
They just fucking won, dude.
That's crazy, man.
Oh, man. Emus, they do migrate annually, coastal breeding, then inland for food. In 1932, that was a big year. Drought elsewhere pushed more to Campion. They're very tough birds. They survive on little water, little food, and they mate for their entire lives. So,
hell yeah, dude, dumb as fuck and just fucking.
So pairs were absolutely wrecking fields together. Once they match up, they stay together forever.
Oh, that's cute.
It's romantic.
Yeah.
So these veterans, they went from war heroes to desperate settlers. The government. Well, the government dangled hopes of land, a future, but gave them a raw deal. The government gave them bad soil, no support, a crashing market, and wheat. Wheat was their lifeline at this point. At this point of their struggle, and emus snapped it. The army meant to save them. Well, they flopped even harder than the soldiers, even harder than the farmers. I'm sorry, overmatched by birds that they could not kill, but. In present-day Australia, emus are farmed for their meat, oil, and leather. Australia turned defeat. Well, they turned it into profit, but the 1932 scars linger on. Online, the Emu War is a meme fest. That's probably why we've heard of it.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's a bit of a national punchline.
Like, I've ever had any emu oil before.
I've jerked off with emu oil.
How much oil can an emu produce?
In a pinch. Feels really good to crank your hog with some emu oil.
Some genuine emu.
A lot of tranny fluid on Pornhub recently. Just a whole lot of.
Yeah.
I can't find anything about emu fluid, but
that's true.
A lot of tranny fluid on there, buddy.
Hey, it's
I think it's taboo. People want to know more about it.
Yeah.
I see some of them fucking lady boys, though. I'm just like, I can't ever go to that country.
They always got nice tits, too, man. That's the problem.
Yeah. I would wind up with a dick in me.
They lure you in with the pretty tits. And they
fuck you.
Then they wreck your asshole with that gargantuan dick.
Well, I want to throw that Oriental word out again.
Okay.
Oriental people do not have big penises.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like if any of them do, it's probably the lady boys.
I remember when I was about 12, I went with a friend to Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And at Wrigley Field, they had piss troughs.
Yeah.
And I went to the bathroom and used the piss trough. Let me tell you something. Very nerve-wracking for a 12-year-old boy to go to the bathroom and use a piss trough in front of grown men.
Sure.
And I think the unspoken rule was you didn't line up across from somebody.
Yeah.
So I start peeing, and as soon as I start to get my little dick out and start pissing, this Chinese guy walks right up next to me and just like rubbing elbows with me and starts pissing.
Sure.
And I can't help it. I look over at his dick.
You meat gaze a little bit. It's all right.
And I said, "Sweet mother of God, I've got a horse cock." After looking at this Chinese guy's dick, I thought I was going into pornography, whatever. We got the corn. But I was convinced I had the biggest dick in the stadium at that point.
Yeah,
after
man.
seeing, I didn't look at any other dicks. I just looked at that China guy's.
What an ego boost that is, though.
It felt good.
Yeah. Probably not for him.
I didn't tell him.
Yeah.
But my thing in the bathroom is I love to go. Anytime I'm in the bathroom with a friend, I love to cause a scene in the bathroom.
Sure.
I think you've probably been with me when I'll just rip a big hairy fart or something.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite go-tos, I'll go, "Hey man, nice watch." If there's a bunch of us at the urinal, and that usually gets a lot of chuckles. I'll say, "Nice fucking watch, man." Shit like that. But one of my favorite things to do, God, I want to do this right now too. I love to go to the movie theaters and get just a gigantic Diet Coke and the biggest bucket of popcorn that they got.
Okay.
And I love to just eat every last piece. Sometimes I'll get a little crazy. Are you fucking shaving your balls over there?
Trying to fix my shoe. My laces are way too fucking tight.
Like from here, it just looks like you're grabbing your dick and like squeezing as hard as you can.
No. My son wore my shoes the other day. I have my shoes laced a specific way.
Okay.
And then I have them tightened a specific way. And he wore my shoes and undid everything.
That bitch.
And I haven't worn them since. And they're fucking with me. Sorry.
I like to go to the movies and eat that big bucket of popcorn. Sometimes I'll even get a little crazy and I'll dump some Reese's Pieces in the popcorn.
Ooh,
Eat that.
sounds good.
Peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
And I'll sit there and I'll watch that flick, whatever movie it is. Hopefully it's a good one. And then I love to go straight to the bathroom after not farting for 3.5 hours and just absolutely shake the fucking walls.
A popcorn fart is just different.
Diabolical.
Those things have spikes. They come out pointy.
Another one of my bathroom traits is if I hear somebody else fart in the bathroom, I'll scream, "That's fucking disgusting." But I'll scream it like I like at top of my lungs. We're like people out.
People in the next theater.
The people out there waiting can hear. That's fucking disgusting.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's kind of hard to keep it all together when you're hanging out with me, man. Oh, man. Okay. So these guys, they fought like hell overseas and lost to hell with fucking feathers. So I would say, like, for an Emu War kit, you just need some water, food, a rifle with good aim.
More than 10,000 bullets of your...
Like a grenade. I feel like they could have done well with grenades.
Yeah,
but you just can't run around throwing grenades in the wheat fields either, I don't think.
I don't know. I mean, you could.
There's 9 meals between us and the Emu rule, man. That's all there is.
It's wild.
What's the saying? Like, there's 9 meals between, like, complete Armageddon or something like that.
I hope there's less than that.
I'm saying, like, how many meals would it take for you to miss as a person before you're like, okay, it's time to start killing people or fighting for food?
I mean, is this just me? I'm the only person that's losing out on meals? Or is it everybody?
I'd say like a general area.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably
9 meals?
within a dozen before I start fucking going crazy.
Like ready to kill, fight for food, and like
yeah,
break into houses and shit?
Yeah, I think so.
We should practice breaking into houses together.
You're doing some B&Es.
I just did I got a letter today from the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction. My wife sent me a picture, and I think she thought that I had a criminal record I wasn't telling her about.
Yeah.
But the dude that broke into our house, he's getting paroled. He's
is he really?
He's going to a halfway house. So that'll be, let's see, that'll be about September.
Is he from the area?
Yeah, he lives in downtown Dayton someplace.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the
That's great.
yeah, I know. He broke one of the covers on my PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
And I wrote a list of all the shit that he broke in my house. So the judge said he owes me $2,000.
Yeah.
The day that motherfucker gets out of jail, I'm walking straight to the courthouse and I'm filing a $50 lawsuit against his ass for wage garnishment for
that case.
I'm gonna be the fucking genital warts that never goes away.
You have to, man. You have to.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Yeah. You don't fuck my shit up. I'm fucking your shit up.
I'll ruin your life, dude.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
Pisses me off too. A lot of car thefts and stuff around this area, man. I just I'm really just getting intolerant of criminals, and see a lot of videos of people online. There was from one of our local news stations, this guy pushing another guy around in a wheelchair. There's a new store at the mall called Dick's House of Sports. Have you been there yet, the mall?
No.
They got batting cages, driving range. It's like Dick's Sporting Goods, but amplified times 10, dude. It's really, they got a lot of stuff, man.
Is it Fairfield?
Yeah.
Really?
So much stuff, man. It's like a Dick's Sporting Goods on steroids. It's insane.
Did it replace one of the department stores that went out of business over there? Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they've added on to it. It's huge.
Sure.
They got a rock climbing wall. They got
Hell yeah.
I'd say their men's shoe selection is bigger than their last Dick's Sporting Goods store.
Really?
About yeah. So
Holy fuck.
it's huge. There's a lot. They've got Dick's Cleat World. They've got a entire, looks like a giant galaxy of cleats. Pretty cool.
Nice. I need to go there.
Yeah, it's cool. But my wife, she I was on the phone with her. I was like, "Where are you guys at?" She's like, "We're at the House of Dicks." I said, "We need to get right the fuck on out of there because we ain't doing that shit." It's called Dick's House of Sports. But she said, "We're at the House of Dicks."
You better come back to the cottage of cocks, baby girl.
Yeah. Get back here to the fucking Hard On Hotel. Get back here, girl. Fucking cottage of cocks.
Get it, a cottage is a lot smaller.
Yeah, I know what you mean, dude.
Yeah.
That's not funny. I got a much bigger dick than Oriental people.
You know
I
firsthand.
just talked about it.
Yeah.
Couple pieces of advice before we go. Well, one thing before I go. I will still take your food recommendations for Clearwater, Tampa area. Whatever you do, I know a lot of these liquor stores are releasing THC seltzer waters.
Mm-hmm.
If you find a can with 50 milligrams in it, you do not chug that like a beer bong. It'll be the scariest 24 hours of your life.
Sounds like a experience.
Well, buddy,
Well,
maybe we'll talk about it some
maybe.
other time.
Yeah.
It'll be the scariest 24 hours of your life if you're looking to meet some people you don't think are real.
If you want to meet aliens.
I highly recommend it. But other than that, yeah, I'm really happy that we are coming up on our big 8-year
Dude, that's crazy.
podcast anniversary.
It's wild, man.
Maybe we'll make it a 10.
That's the goal.
Who's stopping us?
Oh, it's only us, man.
What's stopping us? I wish Jerry wasn't fucking dead so he could plan shit for us.
I know, right? We can't plan shit.
I know. This is mean, but he was the heartbeat.
Yeah.
He was.
Damn, dude.
He was the heartbeat of the operation.
Damn, I see what you did there.
Yeah. But I was thinking, I started calling him the other day, man. I was like, he's fucking dead.
It sucks, dude. It really does suck.
It does. It still hurts.
It does. It really does. He's such a
Sad.
fucking great guy, man.
He left so much behind.
We owe so much to him and Tracy.
I know.
Love them too.
Yeah. Jerry, we're thinking of you wherever you're at. Whatever fucking mortal plane you're on, buddy.
Fucking punch an emu for us.
Send us a message. I don't think I believe in ghosts, but I believe in Jerry Pauly.
It's true.
I believe in you, Jerry.
I believe in Jerry.
I believe in you. I want to bleed inside of you, Jerry. We love you, buddy. But thanks for listening to this episode of the Brohio Podcast of us covering the Great Emu Wars of Australia.
Love it. Love that place. Love emus.
Love big-breasted women.
Love beautiful, big-breasted men.
I like dudes with big tits. If you're listening to this podcast and you jack off to anime, I want you to go fucking kill yourself. You got that?
Yeah.
Is that you?
No, not me, no.
Dude, I couldn't jerk off to anime if it was the last fucking thing on the entire earth. I'd rather jack off to the King James Bible than I would rather jack off to anime, dude.
Been there, brother.
But then there was one time, there was a video of Lois Griffin getting railed out by Shrek. I found the video by accident. That's not anime.
That's true, yeah.
That's a cartoon.
What about like
I watched that and masturbated.
What about like the 3D shit that like looks real? It's not like it drawn out, but it's like all the computer generated shit. Does that still fall under
I
it?
don't like it. Yeah.
But is it still on the same level of fuck you as...
No, just anime.
Okay.
Here's my deal. I've never watched a single iota of anime in my life.
Right, same.
I want you guys to send me if you can recommend an hour or less of one piece of anime to say, Nick, this is what you've been missing out on. This is the peak precipice of anime. Send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Rob and I will disseminate that to one another, and we will report back. I will give you an hour, up to an hour, of the greatest piece of anime that you can recommend. And a couple things I do want to say before you just keep this in mind when you're picking your anime for me. I like it better when chicks shave their legs. I think it's cool if they don't. But in terms of intimacy, I do prefer shaved legs, whether it be man or woman.
The men have to shave their legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really all you need to know in terms of trying to pick out the perfect anime for me.
Some good fighting.
It doesn't have to be porn. I actually prefer it to not be. I want it to be something good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not, whatever you think, not beating off to anime.
No, I'm good. I'll study it.
I'll study it.
I ain't gonna jerk off to it. I'll sit there. I'll absorb it.
Oh God.
Take some notes if I'm ever trapped in a cartoon or something. You never know what's gonna happen.
All I know is I keep on seeing these things online about these fucking Pokemon card vending machines and people beating each other up and camping out. And so now I've got a thing against Pokemon cards.
I love Pokemon. Never got into the cards. Yeah. Or the show. I just like the games.
I choose you, Pikachu. Pika.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right.
Love it.
Tuesday. It's Monday night. We're going to release this tomorrow night, Tuesday night. But in the meantime, we love you guys.
Yeah, we love you.
Have a great week.
Yep.
You were absolutely worth it. You're doing a great job.
Yep.
Seasonal depression is almost over.
Yep.
Wake up, have yourself a glass of water, come home from work, take you a walk.
Grab the brush, put on a little makeup.
Break a little sweat. And ladies, fuck your husbands for God's sake.
Watch out for the emus.
Watch out for the emus.
Yeah.
Men, help clean the house. Do some dishes. Do some laundry. Make her feel like you want to be there with her. Eat her pussy.
Yeah, don't just dry rub her fucking labia.
Don't make gag noises when you're making love to her.
Don't go, it stinks. It stinks. I just stink. Fucking, you just gotta do it, man.
God, man.
Just man up.
Quit being such a lame dude. Because you know what? Here's what's happening. She's listening to these podcasts. She's like, there's these two guys, and all they talk about is eating fucking vagina and having sex with their wives. And here you are like a dick nut playing fucking Call of Duty all night. You haven't kissed my neck or bit me like a fucking cat in the heat in months. And here these guys are trying to suck toes, trying to get the one guy spits loogies.
Toilet paper.
The other guy,
He fucking uses some soap and some hard ass paper towels to wipe his ass sometimes.
got a huge dick. Bigger than every Chinese guy in the Chicago Cubs bathroom. And here I am stuck with you.
Man, isn't it crazy?
You haven't taken the trash out. You haven't helped me full of towel.
Probably don't even wash your butt crack.
You haven't left me a love note. You haven't sent me flowers. Send her a fucking dick pic, dude. God.
I'm getting in this thing at the house where I have to explain to my kids that they got to wash their asses. He's like, well, I'm like, no, you got to fucking get some soap on your hands and you got to get in there.
That's
like
the thing.
Not in your asshole, but in your ass crack.
If you don't have shit on you when you're done scrubbing your ass, you didn't do it right.
Right? Yeah. You got to get in there. And they're like, oh, that's fucking weird. I'm like, no, it's weird if you don't do it.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you don't want a moldy ass crack.
Yeah.
That shit festers.
So I'll put I'll put a line of dial on my fingers and I'll just shove it up my butt.
Keep it there for later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta.
No, I like whenever I walk around, it sounds like somebody just got out of the pool.
It's walking in a wet foot in a wet shoe.
Sounds like I got an aqua sock in my ass. If you've ever fucked an emu, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to this episode.
Love you guys.
See you later.
Fucking aqua sock in your ass. Oh man.
What if as soon as I stopped recording, you just stopped laughing, just stared at me, so then everyone on YouTube would know that you're just a fraud. Whenever we're doing
And where it's like cut,
you just get up and leave.
We just both walk out like
We just start beating the shit out of each other.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah. Ah! Ah! God. I already know the talk I'm getting when I get upstairs. You guys are so loud tonight. All I heard you talking about was fucking Chinese
Fucking
guys.
emus. Yeah.
You sucked a Chinese guy's dick in a fucking baseball game. All right, YouTube. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
See you later.